Hey everyone, Bob here, Overland Citrus. Listen, just going to do a little vid here to show you we just got a new piece of camping equipment for the kitchen, and we're just going to open it up here and see how it goes together, and we're going to go from there. So stay tuned, be back in a minute and we'll show you what we got. Okay, we're back. What we have is the Tembo Tusk Skuttle. Seems to be the hot item today with everybody that's overlanding and grilling and cooking outside. So we had to get one just like everyone else. So we're going to open it up, see how it is. Looks like just a few thumb screws, a nice case. The case is really good quality. And we're going to open up the box with the legs. And we'll see what we have in there. So I'm going to put this camera down and then we'll get right back to it. We got a trusty carpet knife here. And what we're going to do is cut the tape open on this box. Pretty sure that this must have the legs. And I'm hoping I didn't just cut through the bag that the legs go in. And obviously, the bag for the legs is not here. Well, that's what happens when you unbox something, you don't know what you get. Now let's see, let's get this open. Get some paper. We got 3 legs. We're just going to throw them upside the JK here. We don't want to get them scratched yet. We haven't used it yet. And they're nicely powder coated. And they look about 3 feet long. We got 3 of those. And some paper. We're just going to go like that. And then, if anybody hasn't seen one, this is the cooking surface. It's already seasoned. We're just going to heat it up and clean it before we use it. And the back, the 3 things for the legs and the burner. And let me tell you, this is heavy, thick, heavy steel. This is made in the USA too. Tembo Tusk, made in the USA. This is United States built, and that's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. So now we're going to open this little plastic bag, and in this bag it's your directions and some thumb screws like we talked about. And this looks like instructions, so we better keep that. Okay, we got 2 long, 3 short. So the 3 shorts obviously for the legs, the 2 longs are for the burner. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to thread these little couplings here. And I would imagine that you can keep them in there at all times. Can't see how you'd have to take those out every single time. And they just thread right in there. It's pretty easy. Maybe as time goes on, I don't really know if this area gets warm, if the heat radiates down through this, that hole might get rusted from cleaning. You might want to put a little WD-40. Okay, now we're going to put that down. We're going to open up our burner box, and it's just a portable Pandora. It's made by Pandora camp stove. Instructions. And it comes with a nice little stand, and this is if you had a Coleman propane can, you can put it right in. And I just want to show you, it's pretty cool if you wanted to use it as a little burner. It's pretty stable. It's got these little flip legs that open up, 4 of them, and make a nice, really sturdy flat surface with your can and the burner on top if you want to use it as another burner or warm some water if you're not using the Tembo Tusk. I have another way that I boil water. I have a little burner stove, so I probably won't use this. And then this is the burner. And that's basically all it does. So there's nothing really holding this burner in except weight. It just flips in. And I'll give you another view at a different angle when we get it together. And it just sits there. And the can, your propane can from Coleman, just screws right on the back there. Simple as that. Got a little protective cap, which is probably going to get lost in the first use with me. So this is how this would go. Remember, this opens up, 4 legs on the bottom. Pretty cool item. and then you put this burner in between the can. I don't have a can right now, or I would demonstrate that, but when we're out in camp I will demonstrate again. And you got a pretty nice little burner. You could cook a pot meal on that or something, and it's pretty nice. I mean, we got a burner stove, but this is a whole extra burner if you're not using the Tembo Tusk. Now it's got these two long screws, and I would imagine that these are to adjust the burner height and hold it into place. But I'm saying right now, by the looks of it, that you're not going to need that because the weight of the can is going to hold the burner into this rig. So to set it up, you just put the legs in, tighten up the thumb screw, and I'm not sure if you can see this on this angle of the video. I'm shooting alone today, so please be patient if you can't see every angle that I'm doing, and I will do a picture of it as soon as I get this thing standing up. So once you get all three legs on, then you just stand it up. It's as simple as that. And then your Coleman can would be on here, and this would just flow in the bottom right there like that. Tighten them up, and that's pretty sturdy. I'm going to say that I see one problem that I wish that the Tembo Tusk had: adjustable feet on the bottom, maybe like a tripod, a little screw, just because you're not always on perfect. Right now I'm at my garage and I'm on a perfectly flat surface, so it would be nice if it was perfectly flat. And this bag, I got to tell you, is one rugged bag, and inside the bag is the bag for the legs. So I'm going to come get that camera off this angle, and I'm going to do a walk around here and just show you the bolts and everything. So tightened, the little wing nuts right there, and there's one of those on each leg, and then you can see how the burner just sits in there, and there's really no need. I mean, if you want to bring the burner a little closer, I don't know if you guys can see that on the video, if you want to get that burner right up against, and I'm going to come in a little closer to show you what I mean. If you tighten these thumb screws, you can bring this burner right against here. One, the wind won't be able to go in there, you'll have a tighter fit, and obviously a hotter flame closer to the scuttle itself. So we really can't wait to try this thing out. So right now I'm going to take that down and I'm going to put it in the bag, and I'll show you how it all fits inside the bag, and it's all done and ready to get tucked away. So firs step would be to take this little burner out. Just put it down, and then once you've cleaned it, find a surface. I mean, if you have someone helping you, obviously it'd be easier. You could do one leg at a time, but I'm alone, so I'm just going to flip it upside down, and you wouldn't want to do that if it was clean unless you put something down to flip it on. And then just unscrew these three pieces, take out all three legs, and then it's got this nice little bag, and again, the bag quality is really high. Now, you could put these legs in two ways, and putting it in, what I just noticed is the bottom has little rubber feet and the top doesn't, and it's actually a little, I wouldn't say it's sharp, but it's not the smoothest thing in the world. So I would suggest putting the rubber legs in the bag first. You won't have any scrapes and you won't tear this bag in time. And they do fit in the bag right alongside one another. Very nice fit. A huge piece of strong Velcro and puts that right together like that. Now that's nice. And let's see how this works. So this is a pretty big bag. It opens up nice and wide, and it's definitely deep. So you just take your scuttle, fits right in the bag. Remember guys, this is the first time, the very first time that I've seen this grill and done this myself. And then, to me, I'll just take that burner, put it right in there. You do have to take these out. Now I did see something when doing this that I just thought of. Now it depends. I'm not going to keep this in my Jeep. You know, I have a few things. I have a chainsaw, this Skuttle, a few things that I don't keep, and if I know I'm going trail riding and I know I'm going to stay out, then I would put this in my truck, throw my chainsaw in there, and really be prepared. But I noticed that, you know, this might rattle. So you always could put something, you could put a rag down under there or a piece of rubber, just depends how fancy you want to get. I don't know if it rattles, but I'm just saying, I can't stand driving with rattles even on the trail. So I'll let you know if this rattles and how I solve it. It's going to handle. I mean, this is really, really tough. And by the looks of it, you could fit probably 2 cans of gas in here at the same time. No doubt about that. And like I said, the bags are great. You could just throw them in the back of your truck, your trailer, whatever you have. And the bag is nice for both. And let me tell you, even this patch, this is an embroidered Tembo Tusk patch. Nothing is cheap. This grill ain't cheap, but I mean, look at this quality. Look at the leather. This is almost a 1/4 inch thick. It says Blue Ridge Outland Overland gear. And that's really quality. I'm really happy with the quality. Like I said again, it's an expensive item, but you will never buy that again unless you lose it, because it's not going to wear out in my lifetime. And which I always laugh about is probably 10 years. So, all right, guys, listen, I just want to say thanks for listening, and thanks for checking out this video. And remember, like I always say, wheel safe, camp safe, and it's always an adventure. Until next time, have a great day.